Good morning, class. So we just finished watching a video about Angry Birds. And a lot of us have seen Angry Birds or have played the Angry Birds game. And today we're going to kind of draw some birds. They might look a little bit different than our Angry Birds, but they're the same idea. We're going to draw our Angry Birds, and we're going to do it with shapes. So I've got a couple tools to help us draw our birds today. I have some circles that we're going to trace around with our pencils, some bigger circles, and I got some little bitty circles. And we can use those to trace the bodies of our birds. And I also have this green thing. Ooh. And there's all sorts of shapes in this. We have, what shape is this? It's a triangle. We have a bigger triangle. This one's called a rhombus. It's kind of probably a new shape. You'll probably know what this shape is. 4 sides. Rectangle. What's this one? Square. These, we have 3 different sizes of circles, as well as our bigger circles. You can see these are a little bit smaller than those circles. So we have all sorts of options and other ones like hexagons, trapezoids, parallelograms. There are just so many different kinds of shapes. So I'm going to start today we're going to just practice drawing our birds. This isn't our final piece of paper. We're just going to practice today. And then next time when I see you, we're going to work on our final piece of paper and add all kinds of cool details on our birds. And then we'll be painting. So we got to make sure we do a really good job so we can get to painting. But today we're just going to stick with our pencils and our circles. So I'm going to start by tracing a circle. I'm holding it with my left hand, tracing it with my other hand, and going all the way around. Notice how I move my fingers so I can get around it. Holding this really tight so it doesn't move. I don't want this to wiggle, otherwise my circle's going to be wiggly. If you do make a mistake, it's okay. This is just practice paper. So I've got my circle, and now I can say, I think I want to make it eyes. So eyes are kind of circle shapes on these birds. So I'm going to get this circle, and I'm going to hold this with my one hand. Got this with my other one. I got an eye. I made a little oops right there, but that's okay. I think it's pretty good. So I'm going to do my other one. Now what shape... Actually, each eye has a little circle on the inside. So I'm going to do that I'm going to fill this one in. It's their pupil so they can see. So it's a dark circle on the inside of their eye. So I'm going to fill it in. So we've done big circle for the body, smaller circle for the eye, smallest circle for the pupil of the eye. This part that sees, I'm going to do a little line. For their eyelid is what I just did. You can do an eyelid too if you want, or you can ignore that. And let's see, I think their beaks kind of look like triangles, so I'm going to turn this so my triangle's facing down. I'm going to draw it a beak. Oh, it's so cute. Now I like to add little wings on my bird. That's mostly good for its face. I might do a little wing right there. It's just a little V. Beep, beep. And then 2 lines down. And 2 more V's for its little feet. Now that's a pretty cool bird. That's a good bird. I'm happy with that bird. I think I'm going to be ready for my next one. So I'm going to do another bird. Now I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to make sure we all have our supplies, and I want you to try to do this bird with me. I'm going to be walking around. I'll be helping you out, but I'm just going to go a little bit slower on this bird so we can all make sure that we can do this bird together. Everybody grab a circle. You can grab your little one or your big one. I'm going to start with my bigger one this time. We're all going to grab our circles. First step is what? You got to trace around it, holding it really tight. Sometimes I got to move my hand around, but still keeping that lid nice and tight. Once you've gone all the way around, oh, yep, I went all the way around. Sometimes it's not quite as good, but we can always fix it. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm done with that. Everyone trace that circle. The next step is to get some eyeballs, right? We need our eyeballs, our bigger ones. So I'm going to use this circle since I got the bigger body. Everyone get your green stencils. This is called a stencil. And trace those eyes. When you finish those, you can do the black parts of the eyes, the pupil. I'm going to make my bird look crazy. Go ahead and get working on those eyes. Keep working on them. Awesome. Now, what shape was this beak again? Yes, a triangle. So I'm going to have that triangle, and the pointy part is facing down, not up. This would be kind of a silly looking beak. Well, typically the beaks aren't facing up, so I'm going to make sure it's facing down. And I've done my triangle beak. Do those beaks. Once you've finished your beak, it's time to add little details. I don't even use the stencil for my wings. I just do little triangles on my own. They can be bigger wings. I like to do little bitty wings. They can be dancing legs. They can be wiggly legs. Now that's our basic bird again. Now if you're feeling really brave and you want to add other cool details, sometimes I'll do cool hair on top. Ooh, fun. Sometimes I'll do triangle tails. A lot of the angry birds have triangle tails. If you want help with these details, wait and I will get you some help on them. You can raise those hands. Don't be calling out, Miss Roselle, I need help with the tails. I want to see hands. I might want to do, what kind of shape were those eyes on those angry birds? Does anybody remember? They were rectangles. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to draw a rectangle. These are all extra details. This, perfectly good bird. Extra detail bird. If you're feeling really daring, that's what you can do for your bird. Otherwise, I want to see you practice drawing birds like this. You could do really little birds. Oh my goodness, it's a little bird. But you'd have to do, there's not stencils enough for the eyes. You could try that. You could try some more big birds with your lids. I want you to now practice drawing your birds on your own. I'm going to leave this up so you can see. Go ahead and keep on working. Good job.